Hello, my name is Weixiang Deng. Today I'm presenting the FinTech Startup presentation. And first of all, I would like to talk about the structure of this presentation. First of all, I choose the startup company. It's called Country. So I will give a short introduction about Country, and then followed by the resolving the obstacles, like what Country need to resolve the current issue, and then the third part I will talk about the solution from a Country, and then the fourth part will be introducing the advantage of using the Country. And then the fifth and then the sixth part, I will talk about the regulatory framework that applies to Country, and then apply the regulatory framework to the daily operations from Country. So first of all, the Country is a digital platform of exchange cryptocurrencies and provide the service with the little charging fees. As we all know, a lot of our company were trying to do the cryptocurrency exchange, but with the either with the risky platform with no security for the use of identifications, or with the high risk results for all the customers. So based on these situations, Country will be resolving all these issues. So since Naramoto released the Bitcoin software in Jan 2019, there's only two ways to obtain a Bitcoin, which is mining it yourself or arranging a peer-to-peer trade. So in 2019, mining require far less computing power than it does currently, and then it could be done on a personal computer, which means maybe the regular daily computer we use at home can achieve that. And then the second thing is the Bitcoin is more accessible for those who were interested, but getting it still require technical knowledge. For the trading part, it's a risky given they require the trust between the transacting parties, but the stake were not as high as they are today, because each Bitcoins are worth virtually nothing. The first Bitcoins were transacted at the pair of $0 and reached the early peak in 2010 at 39 cents. By 2010, interest in Bitcoin has grown and the new methods for obtaining it emerged. Bitcoin Core developer Gavin Anderson created a website that would give anyone with a Bitcoin address 5 Bitcoins for free. So it was this time that the first Bitcoin exchange emerged. The Bitcoin market was announced on the Bitcoin Talk in 2010, and it launched it the same year, offering a floating exchange rate for Bitcoins. Buyer could purchase Bitcoins by sending another user's US dollars via PayPal, while the Bitcoin market would hold the seller's Bitcoin in a escrow until the sellers receive the money. So in the earlier few years, there is a limited options for purchasing cryptocurrencies, and users were often required to interact with the unregulated and risky exchange platform, and that's why the Country were resolving this. So what is the solution from Country to resolve all these dramas? First of all, I would say that because Country is a online digital platform, it's based in Australia, Melbourne. So the trading hours is actually 24/7. As long as you have Wi-Fi, your computer has a battery, and then you can get yourself into the market. It's very easy to use, and then anytime, anywhere, and then you can perform in the platform. And then the second thing is the flexibility and easy to use. So how easy to use? First of all, it will be the coin-to-coin seamlessly buy crypto and trade between digital currencies on the best crypto exchange with one click, and low trading fees apply. In this means that the Country support all the customers with a frequently move with different coins and get ahead in the market, which is a advantage. And then the third part will be the support. So Cointri provide 24/7 support, online support. You can either have a live chat with the staff or call them or email them with all your difficulties or any concerns, and all the support team member are selected from the best. So they are crypto trading expert. So any issues you are facing, no matter you are new in the market or you has experience in the market, any type of questions, this type of people will be handled really well. The fourth part will be the regulated by Australian government agent. So back in the days, all the platform doing the exchange are based on a risky environment. So the country is regulated by Australian exchange and also registered under the Australian government's Austrac Digital Currency Exchange Register. And these platform and these regulations allow them to develop the comprehensive compliance program of any crypto exchange to ensure all the informations in users account and the fund the users invest keep it safe and secure. And then the last part I'm talking about is the security for the country. When you are a browser to using this platform, you cannot perform any action unless you provide a valid ID to let the website verify your ID, and then you can starting using the platform. And also the information storage is a two-factor authentical check system, which means that you will have one private keys generated from the company, and is the only key can access your sensitive information or funds, and no one else are able to get into the informations. So the security system is pretty solid, and then to provide confidence to the public. And then the next one I'm going to talk about is the advantage of using Cointri. Buying the Cointri back in the days, we can only using transactions through the risky website, and then the Cointri is make it easier. So as long as you verify your ID and then verify your bank account, so you can use it either bank deposit, pay ID, or even cash to starting your trading, and then deposit this money into the digital wallet. And then the second one would be the various of a cryptocurrency you can access through the website. So this platform has more than 160 different type of cryptocurrencies allowed you to trade or buy or selling. And then all the different type of cryptocurrency will be installed in one wallet, which is in your wallet, and you don't need to create or develop established in different type of wallets for different type of cryptocurrency. All the currency will be stored in one wallet. And then the charging fees for the transaction each time you made will be only 0.25% to 0.9%, which is extremely low comparing with other competitors in the market. And then, as I mentioned, the two-factor authentication check will be provide a minimum security of the informations. And then the next one I'm going to talk about will be the regulations. So the regulatory framework applied to country. So the first one will be, like I mentioned, the Australian exchanges are regulated under the Australian government's Austrac Digital Currency Exchange Register, and same as the country. So all the activity from this company or all the transactions going through this platform will be monitored. And then the second one will be the Australian Security and Investment Commission, ASIC. So all the updating regulations or any legislations, like new legislations, will be apply through straight away immediately to in order to follow the structure or instructions from the government side. And then regulation, it's a reality. Contrary to the popular opinions, the cryptocurrency industry is not a law onto itself, but is in fact subject to laws and regulations. Just as the law and regulations that given a traditional financial system to vary from places to places, so to do so, the regulatory framework that apply to cryptocurrencies, and this is result in the development of a regulatory patchwork quote of a sort across the sector. However, the regulations remained the reality. And then the crypto exchange, it's becoming legal. So from the government side, all the platform has to be registered with the Austract. The cryptocurrency and exchange are legal in Australia, and then the country has been progressive in its implementation of cryptocurrency regulations in 2017. Australian government declared that the cryptocurrencies were legal and specifically stated that Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency share its characteristics should be treated as a property and subject to capital gain tax (CGT). Cryptocurrencies has previously been subject to controversial double taxation under Australia's Good and Service Taxes, which is GST. The change in the tax treatment is indicative of the Australian government's progressive approach to the crypto issue. And then the next one will be the licensing requirement. In May 2019, in Australia Security and Investment Commission, ASIC, issued updated regulatory requirements for both initial coin offers, CIOs, and cryptocurrency trading. In 2020, Australian regulators forced many exchanges to delist privacy coins due to safety issues. So the country applied all the new or regulated updated regulations to ensure the public are in a safe and secure environment to perform the investment. And then the third one will be the anti-money laundering and counter tourism financing regulations, AML and CTF. The AML and CTF programs are vital in identifying, disrupting, and preventing money laundering and tourism financing, and this protected the business and organizations and the community and in Australia itself as well. So country will develop and document the policy, procedure, and control the use of identified, mitigate, and managed the risk, have an anti-money laundering and counter-tourism financing program specifying how to comply with the AML and CTF legislations. And the program is written document showing how the country are being performed, and then how the risk is going to face from the organization side, and the more importantly is the appropriate level of risk the business and the handling methods or regulations to address the issues. The third one will be the know your customer procedure, KYC. So since all the trading has been regulated and monitored by the government, and the internal staff also will be provide training to look after all the different customers in our database to make sure they will not have any sudden big amount of money will jump into the system, and then we get to know the customers perform in the platform history, so we can learn the playing pattern from the customer side to prevent the issues like anti-money laundering, the money laundering, and the tourism financing, things like that. And then the next one I'm going to talk about is about the tax. So since the cryptocurrency has been taxed in Australia as a capital gain tax or income tax, so therefore we followed this procedure, and then we informed it in the customer that how we are regulated by the Australia government, and also we need to follow the regulations from the government to perform. And then the last part will be talk about the privacy, so how we are handling the sensitive information, and how do we using this and the informations, and how do we secure the information as well. And then this slide will be discuss the comply with the regulatory framework. Since Austrac will monitor the operation of a country with all the transactions history and all the activity from the company, so this is one of the way that the country will apply the regulated framework and cooperate with the government to prevent any bad things happened, and then follow all the updating regulations, like any new regulations, since the fintech is still developing, same as our law system, to follow this pattern, and therefore have any updating regulations to the current issue we just showing out, or any concerns has been raised it. So we keep following the regulations, and we'll provide a safety environment for all the users, and then develop the procedure and policy and controls of AML and the CTF. We'll go through the training with all the staff, providing action plan to how to handle the situation in different scenario, and try to like widen the knowledge for all the staff to prevent money laundering and then tourism financing by using the country platform. And then the risk management control as well, because this is related to the AML, CTF, or KYC procedure. So the risk management policy will be also considered as a part of the training. And then the KYC procedure, as we discussed at the very first place, the country using the ID verification method to register. So when you register to using this platform, you have to provide your valid ID or passport. So that's why we can send this sensitive information with government to see if there is any potential risk for this client. And also verify your bank account will allow us to know the pattern you transfer money into the country, and the spending pattern for using this platform, so we can also prevent the money laundering and the tourism financing results. And then the last part will be the tax, the CGT, and the income tax also will be, all the information will be monitored by the government. Therefore, the ATO will monitor if you have any gain or loss in a different category and will be subject to tax. And that's how the country will be set up at the very first place to serve everybody. And so far, this is my presentation, and thank you for your time.